All right, let's talk about building an online business. It's exciting, right? But what if I told you there are these invisible guardrails, things that can mean the difference between success and, well, total failure? That's what we're diving into today, the stuff that keeps you safe, legal, and actually making money.
So picture this. You've got a great product, you're super motivated, but what if just a few simple rules were the only thing standing between you and a suspended account? One wrong move and your whole online store could just vanish. That's exactly why we're here. We're going to walk through these essential guardrails step by step to make sure your business is built to last.
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about listing that first product, we have to talk about building a solid legal foundation. I know, it's not the most glamorous part of the business, but trust me, getting this right from the very beginning is absolutely the most critical thing you can do. So this checklist here, think of it as your foundation. It's 4 simple but totally non-negotiable steps. First, you register your business legally. Then, get that business PAN, your tax ID. Next up, open a separate bank account for the business. This will save you so many headaches later on. And only after all that is done should you sign up as a seller. If you try to skip this stuff, you're looking at big penalties, maybe even getting shut down before you even start. There's a reason this is guardrail number 1.
So, you're all set up legally. Great. Now the big question, what can you actually sell? General goods, handmade crafts, certified items, that's usually all good. But if you start wandering into restricted territory, things like medicines without a license, or anything with a copyright you don't own, you're not just risking a slap on the wrist, you could be looking at a permanent ban. The takeaway here, always check the platform's rulebook first.
All right, your legal foundation is solid and you've got a product you're actually allowed to sell. It's time to build your digital storefront. This next set of guardrails is all about how you present your product and your brand to the entire world.
You know, at the very heart of any great product listing is just one thing: authenticity. It means you're selling genuine, high-quality products, not some cheap knockoff. If you're a creator, it means your craftsmanship is top-notch. This one single guardrail protects you from 2 huge problems: angry customers leaving business-killing reviews, and, of course, potential legal trouble.
And how do you prove that authenticity? Well, you do it with a radically honest and super detailed description. I'm talking exact dimensions, the true color, the materials you used. If something's refurbished, you have to label it clearly. Every single detail you provide up front is one less reason for a customer to complain or ask for a costly refund. Seriously, honesty is your best business strategy here.
And then we come to the price. It's so important to remember that the price your customer sees is way more than just your base cost. You've got to factor in taxes like GST, platform commissions, shipping, all of it. If you get this calculation wrong, you could literally be losing money on every single sale. Or even worse, you could get a very unwelcome notice from the tax authorities. So congratulations, you've made a sale. But now comes the real moment of truth: fulfillment. This is where you actually deliver on the promise you made in your listing. And let me tell you, this phase is packed with some of the most important guardrails in your entire operation.
You know, before your customer even sees the product, they see the package. This is your first and maybe your only physical impression. But it's about more than just looking good, it's about protection. Using bubble wrap for fragile items or shockproof material for electronics isn't just a nice little touch, it's absolutely essential. Because if you don't take packaging seriously, this is your reality. This one single devastating review can undo months of hard work. Poor packaging leads directly to damaged goods, which leads to returns and negative ratings that can totally sink your business. This is a guardrail you just cannot afford to ignore. Okay, here's a classic seller's nightmare. You've oversold. You have to cancel orders and disappoint 5 different customers. That's not just bad service, it has a real, measurable cost. So, what exactly is that cost?
Well, here it is. Every major e-commerce platform tracks your performance, and a high cancellation rate is a massive red flag. As your cancellations start to climb, your seller rating plummets. And a low rating means you're less visible in search results, buyers trust you less, and ultimately you make fewer sales. A constantly updated inventory, that's a simple guardrail that protects your entire reputation.
So, we've covered the setup, the listing, and fulfillment. Now let's get into the final, and maybe the most important phase, the practices that build a truly sustainable business and turn those first-time buyers into lifelong loyal customers.
Having policies that are clear, fair, and easy to find is just non-negotiable. What are your exact rules for returns? What conditions trigger a refund? Is there a warranty? Being super specific, like 7-day replacement for damaged products only, prevents confusion and manages everyone's expectations. This builds trust before a problem ever even happens.
Okay, this one is huge. It's not enough to just have your own policies. You are playing in someone else's sandbox. You have to know their rules. Amazon is famously strict about how fast you ship things. Etsy is all about handmade goods. You have to treat the platform's seller policy like your business Bible, because if you violate it, you can get suspended without any warning. When a customer buys from you, they're not just giving you their money. They're giving you their personal information and their trust. This guardrail is all about honoring that trust. You use their name, their address, their phone number for one reason and one reason only, to get their order to them. Sharing or misusing that data is a massive breach that can have some really severe legal consequences.
And here we are, our final guardrail. Look, keeping good records might seem tedious, but this is your business's health chart. Tracking your sales, your returns, keeping copies of all your invoices, it's essential for filing taxes, for surviving an audit, and maybe, most importantly, for analyzing your own business to see what's actually working.
And there you have it. These guardrails aren't just some boring list of rules. They are the actual framework for building a business that's not just profitable, but is also safe, legal, and truly built to last. By putting these protections in place, you're not just avoiding trouble, you're actively paving your own road to success. Now, isn't that a business worth building?